Hello there, YouTube. This is Wheelchair21, and this is a rolling review for SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Kuuga, the Seihou edition. The Seihou editions are the new stylized Figuarts form that pretty much are a full-on digital scan of the Kamen Rider suits, and come in these nice, compact, artistic-like boxes. I really love how these boxes kind of remind me of full-action heroes to a good portion, to a good sense. And I just like the idea of it being so compact that it's such a small box, and it doesn't really feature much. I mean, honestly, if you've seen what a Kamen Rider suit looks like on screen, pretty much all you need to know is this is going to be as close as to an RAH as a Figuart possibly can, honestly. That's the best example I can say. So let's get down to the SHF Seihou Kuuga Mighty form is amazing. Just by getting it out of the box, it is a much fuller figure than the original 2009-2010 Kuuga figure, which was based on the original Figuarts mold. As you can see, he's a lot heftier. His body's a lot more stockier. Looks like the actual suit overall. His neck is shorter. His legs are more muscular. Even his arms are more prominently buff. Pretty much it looks like he's gone to the gym, eaten a few sandwiches, and bam, looks like the Kuuga from old. I mean, he doesn't look anorexic like the original mold does, and looks damn spot on. Now, because it is more spot on to the suit, there are more features, such as the auricle has more painted in details on the belt. It looks more prominent. It's well more featured. Even the Grongi symbols in the belt, in his lower abdomen armor plate, is engraved. Even around the collar, the Grongi is just more prominent and just doesn't look just painted on or kind of etched in with like a sumire pen from a Mobile Suit Gundam starter kit from the Gundam markers. Honestly, I love it. It looks great. The red has a nice gleam to it, especially on the forearms and in the kneecap. The rest seems to be just basic red plastic, whereas the arms are actually painted. Really good. It really is a nice contrast and has a wider range of articulation and fits to the whole Figuarts sculpt and mold to their figures. I mean, you really don't have to say much about the points of articulation, except that the shoulders are on a nice little ball joint and hinge, allowing you to actually pose the figure a little bit more accurately and get more of a wider range with the shoulder pads. I know, though, in the show, the pads were kind of on the shoulder and also attached to the armor, but this time they're just putting it on the shoulder joint itself, and it does look a little sloppy, but at least it will help add in the motions that Kuuga must have when doing his poses, especially when he's doing his Shohenshin poses between forms, as well as getting ready for his kick. Now, for our final evaluation, the Seihou edition of Figuarts Kamen Rider Kuuga Mighty form is amazing. It is everything that the original one is not. It actually looks like the suit. It moves like the suit. It is stylized like the suit. The original one has a lot of the earlier flaws. Like I said, it looks anorexic. It just doesn't have that build. It doesn't have that structure. It doesn't have that high, profound extent of details. Over the past almost 6 years that Figuarts have been being made, these figures have just come out of the freaking gates and are just hitting home runs. These guys are scoring like 100% everything that you need with Figuarts. The Seihous are super, like 120% the most stylized Figuart you'll ever have. This is the Kuuga you want. The Seihou one is a little bit more expensive, but the extraordinary details and features that it contains leave a collector in awe. I personally love Kuuga. Kuuga is one of my favorite riders because he is a throwback to the Showa era. He's the first Heisei rider. He was even perceived and created by its original creator, Shitori Ichimori, before his death. So, I mean, this really embodies the envision that Shitori Ichimori wanted to be carried on with Kamen Rider. It just is one of the best. I honestly love the series. I love the suit. I love the character. It's just awesome. I mean, Kuuga is one of my favorite riders of all time, especially in the Heisei era. He is just one badass SOB. The figure is just so streamlined, so nice, so basic that you can't really hate it. I mean, just look at it. The red, the gold, the black, very heroic, and it looks even almost to a royal, defined, debonair look to it, especially with the engraving of the Grongi on his armor. Honestly, you get your money's worth with this figure. Like Hibiki, like Kabuto, the Seihou line is where it's now at, and I'm glad that all of these riders will soon be at their very best in the line. I don't really see any secondary riders going to be made yet because Seihou wants to promote the main riders. So I'm really looking forward to if the Showa era will receive this debonair-like look and restructuring and remodel and retooling, but nevertheless, great figure. Points of articulation are on par with everything that's been made up to this point. One new aspect that I discovered while posing the figure is its forearms actually have a swivel joint. So there's an actual added point of articulation in the figure, so people will be shocked and awed. Honestly, this is one of the best rider figure arts we've had to date. There are still others coming out this year that I'm looking forward to, like Agito. So that will be great to have in my collection and great to own and put on display. I'm glad I got this figure. I look forward to having possibly Seihou editions of Kuuga's other forms, because I sure as hell would love them. Yes, I mean, I do have some other original figure art versions of Kuuga, but nevertheless, Kuuga is one of those characters where I'm glad I went down the rabbit hole, as people like to say. Anyways, you can find this figure at places like AmiAmi, Hobby Link Japan, CS Toys, Big Bad Toy Store, and even Amazon, because Bluefin is distributing the figure. So you have many ways to get it, and it will most likely restock in the future. I don't see why they wouldn't want to reissue this. This isn't like a limited one-time thing. This is just a limited variant for the character rather than a limited supply. So there will be other ways to get it. Get it when you can. Get it while supplies last during its restocks, and just enjoy it for what it is, and try to get the Tri-Chaser when it comes out later this summer. I mean, hell, you need to have the rider and its bike sometimes, and this is the perfect pair to complete that, whole, motif, I guess? I almost said montage, I don't know why. Montage came to mind, but whatever. Nevertheless, Kuuga's great. Seihou editions are awesome. I love them, and I can't wait to get more. You can find this video here on my YouTube channel or at Hirotaku.com. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Check out Hirotaku and its podcasts that are in association with Raijo and Nihon. We'll see you next time with another rolling review, Doyle's DVDs, card game shenanigans, vlog/unboxings. Anyways, this has been the Seihou edition for Mighty Form Kamen Rider Kuuga. We'll see you next time.